What's going on, everybody? Checking in with a LZ comparison review. We have the new Pred LZs, obviously, in the Ray Green Black Electricity. We have the older model in the Vivid Yellow, Black, Running White, and Vivid Pink. There's a couple big differences. You'll see I have actually both of these on my feet right now, if you want to kind of take a look. Kind of just looking at them from a different angle. I'm kind of going to show you the technical differences, I guess, and then go to just the on-feet portion and kind of just show you how they feel on, how they feel just in comparison on one foot, one on the other. As far as these guys right here, the new LZs, a little bit different. Main differences, they still have the SL rubber Predator technology. Both these have those, so it's very, very similar as far as the synthetic is concerned. These are a little bit different. They have the new, what they call the new hybrid touch, super soft upper, synthetic leather, hybrid touch throughout the upper. They do kind of change up a little bit too, in a sense where the pass pad is no longer, as you can see, the pass pad in the old LZ right here, that kind of memory foam pass pad. What they give you now is kind of almost an instep added zone. They have kind of the gritty line right here, grittiness over here, along with all the other lethal zones they give you throughout the boot. So still 5 lethal zones, but no pass pad on the new ones. As far as the new kind of other things they give you, it's not really a ton different, to be honest with you. They both give you the 2.0 traction 2.0, excuse me, stud configuration. So I kind of should better show you here. Same studs, pretty much identical. And then you got the My Coach technology on the bottom. As far as the inner of both of these, a little bit of different heel liner, which I'll explain in 1 second. It's a difference. Nubuck heel liner on this guy. It's not Nubuck. They don't really tell you. It's more of an anti-slip heel liner. It's a lot grittier on the new one. So I didn't really like. Honestly, I preferred the old one as far as fit too. I'll explain why in a second. But as far as the inserts, again, Predator. They give you those lines, kind of anti-slip. What they say is the anti-slip kind of sticky insert in here. They give you kind of the reinforced ball of the foot right there. A lot stickier on the new one. I felt like they gave you a lot more of the anti-slip, kind of those lines going through the back of the insert. And it's much more of a, I thought it was much more of a better kind of well-made insert, to be honest with you, with the new model. So I'd probably give that one to the new model. But as far as fit, what you're going to find with these guys, honestly, is obviously a huge difference in kind of the grittiness they give you. It's kind of more of a checkered. I like the touch a little bit better on the new ones, but as far as the fit, the old LZs are definitely, I think, a better fit. A much wider toe box, which I'll kind of explain to you in a second, if you want to just bear with me here. As they're on the foot, you'll see a kind of, I don't know, it's tough to see it, kind of a visual difference. Much more narrow fit on these guys. So when you're trying these on, or if you wore the LZs in the past, the new ones are much more narrow, and I felt a ton of stud pressure on the outer, which I'll explain to you in a minute, and I'll kind of show you what I mean. There's a lot less, kind of when you roll the foot, a lot less pressure on the old ones. These ones I feel a ton of pressure, and it's not just because I'm obviously in the shop and there's hard ground. I've tried them on the turf as well, and they just, for some reason, have a ton of pressure, and I feel really constricted in this area. I feel like they're both 9s, obviously. I feel really, really kind of tight, and my foot's kind of seeping over right here. On these ones, much more kind of wide fit. I have a lot more looseness. It's kind of hard to see. I'll kind of try to get in there. A lot more looseness throughout, and I just feel like I have a lot more room in the front of the boot. So just as far as fit and feel, I really have to go with the old LZs, to be honest with you. Just as far as what they give you for the width of the boot, it's just a much more comfortable shoe, to be honest with you. The new ones are, at least for my foot, a little tough, kind of rough around the edges. And I'll show you as we get down here, kind of showing you what I mean. This stud right here is kind of the problem area for me, at least. I believe that obviously they're the same stud pattern. However, if you kind of look at these, a much wider boot with the old LZs, and I feel like that's really kind of helping out with that stud, which is right there, not really giving that stud pressure. So that's really, I think, what the main difference is as far as fit, and obviously, as you can see, grittiness without the pass pad and what have you. So that's kind of what I got, and what I'm gathering by comparing them, trying them on. As far as touch and just feel with the upper, I do like the new LZs. just as far as kind of on the ball, striking the ball and such. As far as fit and how they feel on the foot, as far as the stud pressure and just the overall feeling of the boot, got to go with the old LZs. Colorway, which is obviously a matter of opinion, I do like the new design. I think it's cool. I do like the new kind of gritty lethal zones, and I like kind of taking out the pass pad, but I do like the old fit, which is obviously the most important thing, and I do like the heel on the old ones. It's a little smoother and a little bit nicer as well. So it's kind of what I got for the comparison, the good, the bad of the new and old LZs. Again, this is only an opinion, and if you do not have a wider foot, that you might not run into this problem, but I have run into kind of the outer stud pressure with the new ones. My only real kind of negative say about the new LZs, along with kind of the narrowness of the fit. But other than that, that's really all I got for you today. I hope you guys are well. Keep leaving your comments, feedback, questions. Until next time, we will talk to you soon, and we'll be coming out with more soccer talk and reviews for you. So I guess that's it for today. All right, take care, guys.